Football Facts Presents. Best starting 11 coming through the youth ranks of Celtic. Goalkeeper John Fallon. Fallon joined Celtic at the age of 18 in 1959. He would become the main keeper of the team in 1963 but would keep his place on the lineup for just 2 seasons. He stayed at Celtic though and celebrated 6 league titles until 1971 and the European Cup in 1967 as the backup keeper. He also won the Scottish Cup 5 times and the League Cup 4 times. After leaving Celtic he joined Motherwell for 1 season before retiring in 1972. Centre-back Charlie Mulgrew. He progressed through the youth ranks of the club but he couldn't break into the first team. He was first given on loan to Dundee United and then was sold to Wolverhampton. In 2008 he joined Aberdeen and his career started kicking off. He stayed for 2 seasons and had very good participations. In 2010 he rejoined Celtic for free. Though he struggled at the first few months, he would soon form a strong defensive partnership with Majstorovic. He stayed at Celtic until 2016, winning 5 Scottish Premier League titles and 2 cups. He would later join Blackburn where he still has a contract with the club. In the summer of 2019 he joined Wigan on loan where he is currently playing. At international level, he represented Scotland 44 times so far and has scored 3 goals. Centre-back Billy McNeill. One of the best players of Celtic and probably the most iconic captain is Billy McNeill. He was transferred to the club in 1957 as a youth at the age of 17. He would gradually become an important first-team member, the captain of the club and the all-time top performer. He spent his whole career at Celtic winning 9 league titles, 7 cups and 6 league cups. He was also the winning captain on the 1967 European Cup against Inter Milan. With Scotland he played 29 games and scored 3 goals. After he finished his career he became manager and with Celtic he won the Scottish Championship 4 times, the Cup 3 times and the League Cup once. Left back Tommy Gemmell. A right-footed player who spent his whole career on the left side of defence, Gemmell agreed youth terms with Celtic at the age of 18. He was one of the best players of Celtic during the 1960s, helping the team to win 6 league titles. In 1967 he scored the equaliser against Inter Milan, as his team went on to win 2-1. He had also won 3 Scottish Cups and 5 League Cups. He left Celtic in 1971 for Nottingham Forest and would also play for Miami Toros and Dundee. He represented Scotland 12 times and scored 1 goal. Right back Danny McGrain. McGrain joined the academy of Celtic at the age of 17 in 1967. After 3 years in the academy of the club, he made his debut in 1970 but had little impact until 1972. He even had a serious injury which kept him out for some period. By 1972 however, he became the first choice at the right side of defence where he would stay as regular until 1987. After the departure of Dalglish in 1977, McGrain became the captain of the club. In total, he won 7 league titles, 5 Scottish Cups and 2 League Cups. The last season of his career was spent with Hamilton, helping the team to win the 2nd Division. With Scotland he played 62 times and participated in the World Cups of 1974 and 1982. Midfielder Paul McStay. McStay made his debut for Celtic at the age of 17 in January of 1982 and spent his whole career at the club. By the next season he was a first-team regular, forming a strong midfield line with McLeod and Provan. The 1980s were successful for Celtic as the club won 3 league titles, 3 cups and 2 league cups. In 1990 he became the captain of Celtic but the difficult financial situation of the club saw McStay winning just 1 more Scottish Cup and 2 league cups. He retired from football in 1997, having played 683 games for the club which is the 3rd highest for a Celtic player. With Scotland he played 76 times and participated in the World Cups of 1986 and 1990 and the European Championship of 1992. Midfielder Bobby Murdoch. Murdoch started his career as a youth for Celtic and was also given on loan to Cambuslang Rangers for 2 seasons in order to gain experience. In 1962 he made his debut for the club at the age of 18 and by 1965 he was an important first-team member. He formed a strong partnership in midfield with Bertie Auld, which was vital for the European Cup success in 1967. Except from the European Cup, he had also won the Scottish Championship 8 times, the Cup 5 times and the League Cup 5 times. He stayed at the club until 1973 when he joined Middlesbrough. He would help the team to win the second division of England and promotion to the top tier. He stayed for 2 more seasons at the club before retiring at the age of 32. During his time at Middlesbrough he provided very useful advice to the young Graham Souness, who went on to become one of the best players of Liverpool between 1978 and 1984. Midfielder Lou Macari. Macari started playing at the senior side of Celtic before even turning 17, and by the age of 20 he broke into the first team. With Celtic he won the Scottish League 4 times and the Cup 2 times. In 1973 at the age of 23 he signed for Manchester United, but in 1974 the team was relegated to the second division. He helped the team to return immediately to the top tier, and in 1977 he won the FA Cup. This would be the last major title of his career, as Manchester United would only win 2 more Community Shields until 1984 when Macari joined Swindon Town. With the national team of Scotland he played 24 times and participated in the World Cup of 1978. Winger Bobby Lennox. Lennox was signed as a youth by Celtic, and in 1962 at the age of 18 he made his debut for the club. Playing on the left side of attack, he was an important member of the team of Celtic which won the European Cup in 1967, and he is also the second all-time top scorer of the club. Between the 2nd of March and the 7th of May of 1968 he scored in 13 consecutive league games, which is the 3rd best in Scotland. In 1978 he joined the USA side Houston Hurricane, but after 30 games he returned to Celtic, where he ended his career in 1980. He was known for his tremendous speed, scoring and dribbling abilities, on a period where Celtic was by far the most successful club in Scotland. Except from the European Cup, he won the Scottish League 11 times, the Cup 8 times and the League Cup 5 times. With Scotland he played 10 times and scored 3 goals between 1966 and 1970. Winger Jimmy Johnston. In 2002, Jimmy Johnston was voted by the fans of Celtic as the best ever player who played for the club. His professional debut took place in 1963, before even turning 19. He was another important member of the team which won the European Cup in 1967. On that year he was also voted 3rd for the Ballon d'Or. His performances for the club were outstanding for his club, and except from the European Cup he had also won 9 league titles, 4 Scottish Cups and 5 League Cups. He left Celtic in 1975 at the age of 31, and he would play for San Jose Earthquakes, Sheffield United, Dundee, Shelbourne and Elgin City until 1979. For Scotland he played 23 games and scored 3 goals. He was in the squad for the 1974 World Cup but did not play any game. Forward Kenny Dalglish. Dalglish is considered as one of the most important players in the history of Celtic and Liverpool. His career started with Celtic in 1967, where he was signed as a youth. In 1968 at the age of 17 he made his professional debut on a League Cup game. He continued playing for the youth team, and he was making sporadic appearances for the senior team until 1971. During the 1971-72 season he established on the starting lineup of the team and was scoring regularly. Until 1977 he won the league title 4 times, the Cup 4 times and the League Cup once. In the summer of 1977 he was signed by Liverpool, and he would quickly become one of the best players. Until 1984 he won 3 European Cups, 5 English League titles and 4 League Cups. In 1985 he became player-manager of the club, and on his first season he won the double. This was his 6th league title and his first FA Cup. After 1987 he was making sporadic appearances as a player, but he remained in charge until 1991, winning 2 more league titles. With the national team of Scotland he played 102 games, which is the highest for a Scottish player. He is also the top goal scorer with 30 goals, sharing the record with Denis Law. He participated in the World Cups of 1974, 1978 and 1982. In 1986 he missed the World Cup as he had to withdraw due to an injury. He left Liverpool in February of 1991 and in October he became the manager of Blackburn. He managed to lead the team to promotion to the Premier League, and in 1995 Blackburn won the Premier League title. As a manager he would also lead Celtic in the League Cup title in 2000. In 2011 he returned to Liverpool and won the League Cup, ending a 6-year drought for the Reds. What other players can get on this starting 11 of Celtic's youth graduates? Tell us your opinions in the comments section below. Don't forget to like our video if you enjoy our work and subscribe to our channel for future videos. Thanks for watching.